Afternoon. It's Sunday, and shouldn't really be fucking about today, but I am, because I dug out my look at the paint on the it's only on gravel anyway, so well, not even gravel, hardcore road roof rattler, the one I had on my pikey van. So that's going on my raw mail van now. Absolutely love that roof rack. You can't buy them like that. Absolutely brilliant. So all my fixings, shot blasted them and just give them a blast of matte black. Shiny at the minute, but it is matte. So when it dries, it goes matte. So nice matte black. I think I'll change the nuts, nylocks. Once that dries, I'll get my son to come up here. We'll carry this down to the van. We'll put it on the van. I absolutely love that roof rack. I think it looks brilliant and it's very usable, man. The stuff I've had on there, unreal. Yeah, so like I said, the Royal Mail van's going to be a work van, not just a show pony, do you know what I mean? I want to be able to shove stuff in the back of it, put stuff on top of it. So my roof rack's going on. So see how it looks in a bit. See you in a bit. Well, that's fucking about with it. What do you think? Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Love me a roof rack, me. Some people hate them, but I hate the, you know, the ones that you get and they're separate. Some roof racks you get for vans, you get one come up here and a bar across, and there's like three different racks. I can't stand them. This is solid galvanised steel. Do you know what I mean? Solid stuff, man. So yeah, I'm loving that. So, right, we need to, basically I've got to get a gasket set for that turbo diesel engine so I can tidy it up, ready to go in here. So I'll go down and part shop this week and see if I can get some part numbers and order basically an inlet manifold, exhaust manifold, turbo gaskets, this, that and the other, sump plug gasket. I want to tidy the engine up before it goes in here, because I want to tidy the bay up, put the new subframe in, do the floor, do a little bit of welding at the back. So the quicker I can get this on the road, the better. I'm going to start using it, because it looks the bollocks now. Do you know what I mean? So I need to get the running gear in, the brakes on, the engine in, the new interior in. So I'm going to take the seats out the back, get the rug ducts on them, tidy them up. Yeah, loads to do. So we'll plod on, but it looks the bollocks now. I'm happy with that. See you in a bit. There we go. Is it morning? Yeah, it's still morning. What is it? 20:11. I set off at 5:30 and we're in, where am I? Essex? Is it Basildon or something?
Billericay.
Oh, Billericay, Essex. So, meet this man. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Keith.
Keith. There we go, it's Keith. And this is what I've come here for. Another red Escort. But if you look at it, right, there's something missing, look. What's under here, Keith? Is it engine under there? Fucking hell. Fuel tank, so it's a scrapper, innit? Don't work, engine's missing. What do you reckon? Should we show them where it is? Yeah. You have to bear with me, I'm fucking knackered, man. 5 hours it's took me to get here. There it is. RS2000 in the back of a GTI, innit? Yeah, in the back of a GTI. So, Mark 6 shoulder, innit? Do you know what I mean? GTI, RS, all same shit. But look at that. In the back. That's the bollocks, innit?
Rear wheel drive.
Pump in the front tank isn't working at the minute, so Keith's mocked up a pump inline here from a fuel tank just to get it running and showing me. There's loads. I'm pretty shocked actually. I was expecting a cable box, wasn't I? It's not a cable box. I thought he'd use like some MR2 linkages on a cable box or something, and he hasn't. It's a fucking rod box with some outboard, what's it, Yamaha outboard motor rod?
10 foot long Yamaha outboard cables.
Cables, and what's the shifter off?
MR2 gear stick.
MR2 gear stick. So, yeah, there's a bit of fucking engineering gone into that, like. So, but we've got some old school carbs, though. What are them off, Keith?
Honda Fireblade.
Ah, Fireblades, like. So I think they're only tiny, aren't they? Fucking 38s or something.
Yeah.
So, well, sounds nice, man. They've got a nice manifold in there. Look at that firewall. So, mid-engine, rear-wheel drive, Mark 6. Coming to MRM Speed Shop. Yeah. Fuck knows what I'm buying now. I'm a fucking idiot. But Keith posted, I seen a couple of pictures of me red ones, didn't you?
Yeah.
He posted up on Facebook. Do you want another one?
Thought you might want one for the collection.
I was like, fuck it, oh, what is it? And when he told me the price, I was like, fuck yeah, I'll have that. I'll have it. So it's worth the trip. But he's got something in his garage I'm going to ask him if I can have a look at. So bear with me, see you in a bit.
First.
Right, Keith's let me have a look in his garage, and this is what we've come to look at. Ooh, look at that. Yes, mate. GT40. Yeah, it's a replica. And what? It's the same thing, man. Do you know what I mean? GT40 is a GT40 in my book. Do you know what I mean? But,
so it's 5.7 litre.
Ooh, look at that.
V8.
Right. Stunning. How long did it take you to build this?
3.5 years, because we were using the Escort all the time for shows. So it took 3.5 years to put it together.
Okay, I bet she sounds naughty, doesn't she?
Mm.
Don't start you up very often, neighbours. Yeah.
Yeah, early in the morning, bang on.
Yeah. Don't want to upset them today. Although I'd fucking love to hear that. Look at that. That's the bollocks, isn't it? Mate, if I was gonna build it, if I was gonna build a rep, do you know what I mean? That's the bollocks, like. And how many miles you put on that?
36,000 miles.
36,000 miles. Him and his wife. His wife's the chairman of the GT40 Owners Club.
Enthusiast Club, yeah.
So they're putting the mileage on it, even though it don't look very comfortable, and they're not, to be honest. But to put 36,000 miles on that, you've got to be an hardcore enthusiast.
8 to the gallon round town.
8 to the gallon. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. I most of it smiles per mile, though, innit? You know what I mean? Well, that's the bollocks. I love that. So I'll get Keith to send me some pictures of this, and I'll insert on some nice pictures, because it's in the garage at the minute. But I'll get some nice pictures and I'll insert them into the video. So, nice one. Look, even got a little old Alpha. Oof. But we've got some surprise, because they're going to start the GT40 for us. Have a listen to this. So I'm knackered, I'm out of breath, because I've just done my contortionist act putting that car in the trailer. And I was a bit of a knob because I drove it in forwards, and then I realised the engine's in the back, so I had to get it out and reverse it. So have a listen to this bad boy.
We'll spin over first, get the oil pressure up.
Yeah, man.
And we'll start it.
Strong starter, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a geared start, mate.
It's a bit. Fucking hell. Well, I can taste it.
Yeah, she's a bit rich.
Yeah. And she sounds amazing. No, that is a car, innit? I swap me cosy for that. That's the bollocks. It's Keith's wife's car. And sorry, Keith, what's the name again?
Belinda.
Belinda?
Belinda.
Belinda's car. Not Keith's car. Belinda's car. Everyone says to Keith, why'd you let the missus drive it? He said, because it's her fucking car. Look at that. That is the bollocks. Thanks for starting it up. So I've met a couple of lovely people today. You know what I mean? They're going to go on the DVLA when they can and do the logbook, and going to have a look on MRM Speed Shop and see what we do with the motor. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
No,
I ain't got a clue.
interested to see what you do with it.
Yeah, I haven't got a clue. Gone halves with my mate on it, and yeah, like I said, gone halves with him, because if I don't, I'll keep it. Do you know what I mean? That's my problem. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. So when I get it back, first thing I'll do, get on the ramp, go over it and just get an assessment of it, like, and figure out what's what, like, obviously, because you built it, you know every inch of it, don't you? So I'll get to grips with it, see what's what, and then figure out where I go from there, like. But either way, it's gonna be a toy. You know what I mean? But
It'll certainly bring attention to it, anyway.
yeah, we'll do something with it. We'll do something with it.
I'd like
So
to see what you do with it.
Yeah, follow the MRM and you'll see, like. So, well, I'm going to leave it there. See you later. Ta-da! Back in daylight still, and I'm home. Trailer's off. TD5 did well today, bless her. It's 10 past 6, I think I got home, I got home at 5:30, I think. No, about 26, and first thing I did, drove that in, unhook that, park that up, unload it, and put this here. Look at that. You're the bad boy. Yeah, she's a bit rough, but you know what I mean, what do you expect? She's old bird, she ain't been looked after for a couple of years, you know what I mean? Keith's just put it in the garage and forgot about it, though, because he's got that GT40 with the wife. I think he built it for her, like. So, yeah. I don't know what the wheels are off, but they look alright, don't they? Well, 16, 17, I think they're 17. So, tidy wheels, bits and bobs on it, like. This is for the fuel pump at the minute. Comes with a rear arch and some Recaros, some mid-engine plates. Right, and then this is where the magic happens, look. In here, I'm not a fan of the exhaust, man, that needs ripping out. It's quiet, it works, it's quiet, but that needs to come out, man. And then we can fabricate a floor pan here to cover all this crap up. Just speed roll it, do you know what I mean? Nice little floor pan there. Little firewall against the back as well. Just get it really tidy, I reckon. Do you know what I mean? Get it tidied up. Bit of a project. Took a few quid at it, like. But it's mid-engine. Do you know what I mean? It's registered as a 2-seater as well. It's all the things done. He had it on the road for years. He drove it for years as it is. So it's on bike carbs. Do you know what I mean? It's no DCCU and that. Old school choke on the fucking carbs, like. I was running it, start running it today off that tank. Yeah, so I've got to sort the fuel lines out, get the pump in the front working again. It looks a bit messy, doesn't it, at the minute? It probably was really tidy when he did it, like. It's just, you know, it's been parked up for years and just unloved and forgotten about, you know what I mean? He didn't do the fabricating in the floor himself. He got a coded welder, he said, to weld it. So what I'll do, I'll have a good look at the welds. It's all box section, 50mm box section by the look of it. So it's got some good box section. The chassis legs haven't been touched. It's just a floor pan. Yeah, and a rod box, man. Oh, I expected a cable box. Buzzing to see a rod box in there. Do you know what I mean? The way he's done that, like it's a MR2 shifter with some outboard motor cables. It made up a linkage under the bottom, which turns the rod and one way and pulls it the other way. Like there's a couple of linkages in there, man. So I've just sent my son down to get me a cup of tea because I'm fucked, man. I'm fucked. So if it's 10 past 6 now, I left at 5:30 this morning. So I reckon 12 hours today on the road, like. 12 hours, man. I'm fucked. I'm absolutely fucked. I was supposed to take Jason with me today, but I left him at home because he's had a bad weekend, man. He deserved a day off, you know. Just left him at home. Bank holiday, I don't know. Probably done something with his family and that. I spoke to no one today. I don't touch the phone when I'm driving. Do you know what I mean? I've had loads of messages, loads of phone calls. I haven't looked yet. But when I'm driving, I don't do hands-free. If I'm driving, I'm driving. Do you know what I mean? If I'm driving, I'm not on the phone. Got a lacquer peel. Lacquer peel on the bonnet and the wing. And yeah, one sec. Let's grab that. That's in there. Yeah, this is a bit random. Just a alloy sheet floating in there above the tank, standard tank. Look, cable tied in. So I think I'll have to fuck the standard tank off. How easy would it be to chuck another engine in there? I don't know. Chuck an engine in there, put a fuel tank in the back. That's what I'm thinking. Twin engine, so you'd have like 150 at the front. This is making like 170 in the back. So what do you reckon? Fuck this exhaust off, put a firewall across there, nice fuel tank in the back. 2 engines. The only thing that's scratching my head though, how to get 2 gearboxes changing at the same time with that shifter. I could put a cable box in the front. If I can figure out around my head how to get the easy way of getting them one shifter to make 2 lots of cables work, I think I'll shove another engine in the front. I think. What do you reckon? What should I do with it? It belongs to me and Jason, and the point of me and Jason owning it is I can't keep it then. Yeah, I mean, if it's my car, you know what happens, I keep everything. So we'll get this tidied up, done up, get that front end lowered, it's way too high. Yeah, there's no engine in it, that's why it's high. So it's probably not on springs or anything. Rear arches are fucked. So bang a couple of arches in here. I'll weld them this time so they don't stretch when like skiddy's a fucking hollow cage welder. Roll cage welder, man. When he welded my van arches, fuck me, he got them hot and it shrunk. So I'll weld some arches in here myself. I'll show you how to do it without shrinking it. And what do you do? Blow over 2 engines and sell it on. I don't know. You let me know. See you in a bit. Right, I've been pissing about on this for the last hour and a half and got it running. Changed the pump in there. It's only carb, so low pressure pump I've put in the tank. It's not a high PSI one or anything, but it's only carbs in it. It's throwing most of the fuel back on the return. So it's got a pump in there. The wiring is atrocious. It's shocking, man. I tell you what, I'll get stuck in and show you. One sec. Right, don't judge me. I haven't built this car, right, and it was built years ago anyway. So all I've done is change the pump in the tank, but the wiring going to it was, it's even got block connectors in. Look, that's for the sender. The wiring in the tank, I've just jumped into it here just for now to just crimp connectors. So I've got live in and earth from the ignition. Yeah, we've got some shocking wiring I need to tidy up, but and some shocking fuel piping as well. Yeah, that's the return. That's the feed. That's going into that rubber pipe there and into that one there. So yeah, we'll change the fuel lines and we'll sort the wiring out. And might even change the tank because I don't know. It's mounted in. It's mounted on the old stuff. It's bolted in well, I think. Yeah, it's bolted in well. It's going nowhere, but yeah, that's the fuel in. And then around the back, I've left this key in here because it was doing me head in. 2 different keys, right? That's got to go on there better. I've just it's on there tight for now. It's a fuel return, but this piping is so hard. I couldn't get it on there any better than that. So the fuel returns on, fuel feeds on up to the fuel regulator. I'm guessing that's just a regulator, isn't it? Yeah, carb. So you've got your low pressure regulator there. Don't know what PSI it's running. That's carbs. It's just low, isn't it? I don't piss with carbs, man. It's old school stuff, man. It's like I love my old school stuff, but then there's old school stuff. Can't remember who they said this manifold was made from. Makes loads of stuff apparently. Yeah. Well, it is what it is. I mean, it's carb RS2000, but it's running. Yeah. So, well, I can't wait to get on the ramp really and have a look. But it's running. So I'm going to do, when my son comes home from work, guess what? I'm going to take this down into my bottom field and see how well it goes round in circles. See how well it does donuts. You know, look at that. Essex meet, we've got, I was Dan Engineering, done that inlet. Essex Owners Club. Oh, round here, look what we got. This is back in the day, fuck you know. Escort Evolution. Aye, some right knobs on there, some good lads on there, but some right knobs on there back in the day, weren't they? You know, they'd hate me now. I think the forum's still live, active. But yeah, the car's running. One sec. Let's go and get a cup of tea and a smoke. One sec. Quick one before I get me a cup of tea. See these trees? Bear that in mind on my little rant I'm going to have next, man. Got some beautiful trees. One sec. So yeah, man. Cup of tea. Smoke. Dogs are going off their nuts. But everybody's sat in my Land Rover. Bit of a rant, like, it's a personal thing really, man. Them trees, mate, I got some trees, yeah, on my land, and I've got fucking acres of land, and it's roadside, I live by an A road. And every year, the roadside agency walk up the road and see how many of your trees have got this thing called ash dieback, or any other problems like broken branches, or any trees that need cutting down, you know. And for the last 4 years, man, 4th year now, they've sent me a letter for so many trees and so many, and they highlight on the deeds part of where the tree is. And I always address it, man. I've had a tree surgeon out to address it, do you know what I mean? I had a tree surgeon out for the first 2 years, an absolute brilliant bloke. And last year, I had some dickheads, man. I had to get a new tree surgeon because mine was retired. And it took me a while to find a geezer that was a reasonable cost, you know what I mean? Most people are absolute divs, you know, because the trees are 3 metres in and 5 metres up. That's apparently the issue. My trees are more than 3 metres in and more than 5 metres up, clearing from the roadside, so there's no issue. You don't have to put temporary traffic lights up and shit, but most tree surgeons want to be divs and say, yeah, man, yeah, 1,200 quid for a set of traffic lights. And fuck off, you don't need them. You know what I mean? You just need a spotter. You know what I mean? A clay climber, a tree climber, and a spotter. You cut them down, like. But anyway, I had this other letter today, so I phoned someone and says, listen, this same fucking tree you're on about, man, I've had surgeons out and they've cut down anything that they can deem with an issue with ash dieback, and you've sent me a letter again with a picture of the same fucking tree, but you're picturing this one tree in the middle of 50 trees, and you highlight in a quarter of an acre's plot of land. Come out and point the tree out. Can't do that. What do you mean you can't do that? You can't do that. You know what I mean? So if anybody in Wales, yeah, he's a tree surgeon, knows a tree surgeon, just for felling trees, man. I don't need trees fucking, do you know what I mean? Nursing. I just want some trees felled. Do you know what I mean? Identify the issues and fell the trees down for me. Reasonable value, you know what I mean? Cup of tea and a biscuit. You know what I mean? Let me know, man, because it's doing my fucking head in a minute. Right, see you in a bit. Right, what to say? Me and my son, Kian, as you'll know, have just been down my bottom field. I'll insert like a 2-second clip, man, at the end of it, because it's raining. It's got an open diff at the back. It's one wheel peeling in a wet field. He just wouldn't down it, man. Saying that, I couldn't get the fucker to up to speed. You know what I mean, up to, what was I doing, 10 mile an hour? I just couldn't move it, could I? It's not a long grass field, it's just wet. And one wheel peeling, I couldn't get the back end to spin. So there's a little, I'll be honest with you, a little disappointing. But we drove it, what is it down there? A few hundred yards, isn't it? On a tarmac road. And the feel of the car, I know it's been stood a couple of years. In its current state, it's a death trap. Yeah, it's a death trap, man, because, well, one, if you're not killed by the car, you'd be killed by, what, emissions, son? Like, it fucking stinks in here. Like, it's not sealed. Put your fingers through there, look, see daylight. That firewall needs to be fully sealed on here, or else it's not going to do its job, because fire would come through here. We've got foam up here, which fire would just eat. Yeah, I'm just, it's as it is, it's a death trap. As I was driving on the tarmac, I'd expected the rear end to feel funny because of all the stuff that's been done, but the front of the car was wobbling and steering was all over the shop. The front felt very unstable, and I'll be honest with you, I only just topped into third gear. First,
you've only been in
second, third gear, like, and I didn't put my foot down in third. I changed into third, put a little bit of load on the accelerator, and it felt fucking dangerous, man. Really dangerous. So what to do with the car? Because it needs 2 arches, needs paint. Do I save it? Do I break it? Do I build something? I don't know, man.
I think it'd be funny if you built something.
If I built something?
Yeah.
Built onto it, like.
Yeah.
So strip down the bad shit and build something better. It's not to keep though.
I know it's not to keep.
Yeah, the idea is to build and sell, like.
I'm not going to get you to keep a car.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you to get rid of cars.
Yeah. It needs 2 rear arches put in it. If I painted it, I could paint it in that, what's that stuff that fucking people paint on trucks and Land Rovers and that?
I know what you're on about. Yeah, you're going to do it on the CD5.
Yeah, I could paint it so it's like that rock hard stuff, couldn't I? So it's easy to paint then, innit? I could paint it red again, just in that, innit? Yeah, save spending thousands of pounds at the paint shop, like, because it does need a full going over. But yeah, once it's had the rear arches, it will need both quarters. Currently needs the roof, the wings, the bonnet already. So I might as well just paint it in that stuff. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, people paint the chassis in it, don't they? But yeah, it's disappointing. At the minute, it's a death trap. If I didn't build it and broke it, there's a nice manifold in there. They go for like 700 quid. There's a Nodis ECU on there with carbs and Dan ST inlet manifold. All that will probably go for 650, 700 quid. So there's 1400 quid. And you got the engine, the box, then the chassis. Do you know what I mean? Somebody wanted to build it. There's a few bags in it. Do you know what I mean? It'd be a shame to break it. But it's where do we put time and money? I have to scratch my head, man, have a think about it, because in its current state, it's shit. It is what it is, man. You just anyway, fuck it. I'm gonna leave it there. See you later. Morning. It's Friday today, and I've had a bit of a shit week, bitter week. Do you know what I mean? I know I ranted the other day about trees. I'll show you in a minute. I found an oil leak on here though. There's some oil leaking. Just oil, but it's coming from the cranks. Coming out of the box there. So, bit of crank seal leaking. This is a bastard because it's a box off job. So, it can fucking leak for now. Well, I've had a shit week, I haven't got much done, so today I'm going to try and get the alternator and bits and bobs put onto Pinky. I'm going to get the mid-engine on the ramp, have a look at that, get this out, get that out, put them back in later. You know, I had a rant about them trees the other day. I thought, fuck it yesterday. I did them myself, I'll show you, one sec. There you go, 4 trees there. Chopped down from just around about here, across there, like. So apparently they got ash dieback or something. So yeah, one of them must be the one they're fucking moaning about. Do you know what I mean? It's a dumb way, didn't. Yeah, got a load of firewood there. I broke my fences a bit. I got to put them back up. A couple of panels go back up, like. Yeah. Well, yeah, back onto cars. I'm going to sort my dogs out first. See you in a bit. Right, as you can see, it's on the ramp. I'm having a cup of tea first because I've just been under there briefly. Fucking hell. Found this bit of a road up on the car, like. I'm ready. But what we got here? 153.3 bhp with 144.9 pounds of torque, so just over a standard with the carbs on. Obviously they're I don't like carb setup, like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, have a read of that if you want. Pause it, read it. Yeah. Cup of tea and I'll show you this car underneath. When I said death trap, I think I understated it. Maybe the years of being sat still, I haven't done it any favours, you know. Keith and his wife Belinda, I think Keith built it. I don't want to slate it too much because I like Keith. You know what I mean? I met him, he's a nice geezer. Do you know what I mean? But fucking hell, yeah. 1 minute. Cup of tea, right. This motor. Yeah, I had to scratch my head a bit putting it on the ramp, to be honest with you. But the radiator hoses from front to back are plastic household drain hoses, I believe. Yeah. Well, they worked, didn't they? But our some dodgy looking clampage, some cable tie. It is cable tie city under here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Cable ties, cable ties, cable ties. Cable ties, cable ties, cable ties. Fucking cable ties everywhere. Yeah. Oh, let me put my cup of tea down. Let's put my lights on. I don't know. My lights. Does that help at all? Might help a bit. Words to say to you. It's only been off the road a couple of years. I don't know. Yeah. This side any better. Yeah. It's a rot. We've got a bit of rot on the end of the sills. Bit of rot on the front of the sills. Yeah. So. All fucking Escorts are the same. You know what I mean? So. That's a little bit about the rot. Now where to start? Well, on the front we got front cross member. Outer CVs in there holding the hubs in. So the front's just a standard RS setup really, and standards whatever. I've got some springs in there. I don't know what springs they are. Fuel tank is bolted in with some box sections. I don't know why the radiator's like that. A bit weird. Fucking hell, yeah. We got some feral growth around these rear calipers and that. So we've had some brackets made up though. To fit the rear calipers. That's rear calipers and rear discs on a front hub. Steering rack has been bolted into position, I think. Yeah, it's hard to tell from down here, man. There's that much shit going on. There's a bolt on here. Which way around am I? Am I getting confused now? No. Yeah. Been bolted into position. That exhaust, I don't know why they made an exhaust like that. When you got all this room here, when you could have brought that straight through there, a nice big silencer here and then up and out there or out the middle or whatever. Right, the gear selector, it's rod shift, and he's used outboard motor cables so they reach the back. One pulls like that, look, and pushes. Pulls and pushes there, and one pulls and pushes there, in and out. As agricultural as that looks, it works. Yeah, it works, man. But looking at this, do I want to take it on? Nah. Did I pay a lot for it? Nah, not really. Can I get my money back out of it? I think so. I think so. Somebody wants to buy the shell, rolling shell, as a project, and I'll sell the rest off. I'll leave the engine in it. I'll leave the engine in it. Engine and box. But I'll break it. It needs to be broken to get my money back out of it, really. Need that manifold, the carbs, the ignition setup, saddle bumpers, the wheels, the lights, things like that. I need to try and get the money back out of it. Can I get my money back out of it? I don't know, man. Have I just fucking brought it because of what it was? Yeah, I didn't stick my head under it. I had a brief look at it. It is what it is, you know what I mean? It's a car that's been stood a couple of years, you know what I mean? But the metalwork for the engine transplant is brilliant. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. That's all solid, 50 by 50 box section. It's what's been added onto that. Do you know what I mean? So that being built and put in situ for the subframe, means there's nothing wrong with that. So the chassis modification is fine, man. But then the fitment of everything else, you know, could have been done so much better. What kind of car is it? It's a car that I'd drag around the field. Would I put it on the road at the minute as it is? No. I mean, it's dangerous, man. Do I want to fix and repair it? No. I can't be fucked. So I think I'm going to take a few bits off it and then re-advertise it as it is. I'll see if I can get the engine running on a standard AFI. He said he used to have it run on standard AFI. I don't know where it was loom and stuff. How it extended the loom or just moved the loom ratio. I've got to have a look. See if I can get it back on a standard AFI loom, I will. Like I said, I've got to get my money out of it. So the carbs are coming off. Nodus is coming off. The seats are coming out. Things like that. Do you know what I mean? I've got to get my money back out of it, man. It's a big project to take on. It's not like anything's been done well. I might as well build my own rear-wheel drive to start again. Do you know what I mean? Build my own. If I'm going to build one, you might as well, for me personally, I'd start again. For somebody who hasn't got the fabrication skills, stick an engine in the back, this would be great. Do you know what I mean? Because that job's been done well. Just needs some inner seals at the back. It's nothing different than what was on my Escort van. Do you know what I mean? It's a couple of days' work. Do you know what I mean? A couple of days' work. Inner seals on the back where they all go. A bit on the front. And then, yeah, start fabricating better work on this, man. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's for me, man. I don't think it's for me. So let's try and get my money back out of it. It's a shame, innit? Well, anyway, I'm gonna get it off the ramp. Pull Pinky over it, clean up first. Clean up all this fucking rust. Pull Pinky over here. And do the alternator. Yeah, do the alternator on Pinky. Right, see you in a bit. Oh, you gotta love this shit, ain't you? Just move Pinky, power steering fluid on the floor, on the ramp, pissing onto the floor. I've had a look. It's come out the rack. It's literally burst out the end of the rack. So the steering rack's fucked. The seals have gone in the steering rack. Can you fucking believe it? Steering rack off job now. Steering rack shit itself. Power steering fluid fucking everywhere. That's been mint. Why is it shit itself? I don't know. Is the pump over pressurising? It's the pump that come off it. Do you know what I mean? So I haven't changed the pump, I haven't changed the rack, I haven't done fuck all to the steering. We got a fucking rolling road on Tuesday. So I might just drain it out, dry it out and take it to the rolling road with a dry rack. I was just about to change the fucking alternator. That's what I brought it in there for, to change the alternator. I'll have to leave that for a bit. Fucking steering rack shit itself. I've never changed the steering rack in situ. I don't think you can. I just don't think you'll be able to squeeze a rack through there. We've got a fucking stupid brake pipe in the way this side. Has anybody changed the rack on an Escort in situ? Can you get it off without dropping the subframe? But I don't want to fuck about with the subframe, not with them engine mounts. There was a pain in the arse, you know. Right, well, washer bottle's on, heater blower motor's on, alternator's on, no more squeak, blower motor's in. That will touch the wheel. Somebody mentioned before they were on the car, that will touch the tyre on full lock. So for now it will do, what I'll do, I'll get another one and modify it. I'll just, if you've seen Jay doing plastic stuff with bumpers and stuff, I'll get him to plastic weld the washer bottle motor in. I think, unless we find another washer bottle motor. Yeah, a little bit frustrating. But blower motor's in. Alternator that come in the post, slightly wrong dimension. So I found a good one on the shelf. I've had to put that on. I'll sort the one out back to the other shop. Car Spares reckons even though it's off eBay, he'll be able to sort it for me. So I'll have a chat with him. But we've got no more squeak. We've got a good alternator. But yeah, steering rack needs to come off, so I'm trying to speak, like I said, speaking to the Car Spares geezer at the minute. I'm trying to get a good alternator, good steering rack, man. So I know what's done it. Obviously the seals must have been fucking old and dry, and I've adjusted the tracking by turning the track rod arms, and it's just pulled on the dry seal in it. That's all it's done it. Do you know what I mean? Old rack, really old rack. So, and it's just shit itself. So, yeah, but trying to think what to do because it's Friday today and it's going for mapping Tuesday. Don't want to take it to mapping, pissing the power steering fluid everywhere. It's coming out the seals, so yeah, trying to get me. I can't take it off. I don't want to take it off and then not be able to go to mapping at all. I don't think I'm going to get a rack today. What to do? Fuck, you know. Always lastminute.com, innit? Fuck me. Well, see you in a bit. Right, another van ain't had much attention this week. I am intending to get back on it soon, but I've just swapped the grill. That was the van's grill. And that's the van's grill now. Nice red Ford badge, because I don't know where you get them from anymore. Like that. It's not an overlay, it's an actual red Ford badge, so yeah. Last bit of non-matching colour removed from the van. It's off the mid-engine Escort, so I'm going to put this one back on the mid-engine one. Right, see you in a bit. Oh, dickheads want to say hello. Dickhead number 2, dickhead number 3. Hey, dickhead! Dickheads. See you in a bit.